Hey, my name is Anthony Thomas. I am the Fresh Start drummer, holding it down for praise and worship. We get to serve. So I was diagnosed with cancer, lymphoma to be specific, around February of this year, 2022. I had actually been dealing with the issues of just not knowing what it was about October of 2021. So it took a couple months before I actually knew what was going on with me. My first reaction, not even gonna lie to you, I was terrified. It was a moment where you don't realize what you don't know until you get hit with something you don't know. And so to hear that and not kind of know exactly what that meant for me, what a mortality rate is, even after hearing that and going home and seeing my son, it just almost broke me to the point it was just tears, 2 tears. When I actually told my aunt, I think she gave me one of the most strongest reactions I've had to kind of remind me who I serve, who I believe in, and what God's power is. Because I kind of expected her to be shaken or broken, but she just looked at me and said, God's already shown you miracles before. Your mom already had 2 aneurysms and she's still here. What makes you think, he won't turn you into one as well? And that really kind of put me on a firm foundation. And then when I talked to Pastor, I wanted to tell him just to let him know what was going on. And he really it almost felt like he took me in his arms and, just was like, we're gonna take this together. It's not just gonna be on you. It's all of us and we're here for you. So it made the impact, it took the impact out for me a little bit, where I was able to just focus on, my relationship with God and trust Him. Being encouraged to serve in the midst, I've come to feel like this is my purpose, to play and uplift God. So to not be able to actually drove the point home, what we say in huddle every morning, like we get to serve. I was bummed out more that I didn't get to serve even in the midst. Like I can handle a lot, but not being able to do something that I felt God charged me to do really bothered me. So that was major key for me, was to take a little bit of time off. That way I could get somewhat better, but then get right back to where I was supposed to be. Because if this was gonna be my last Sunday, I didn't want to just be sitting down not doing anything. Going through chemo was, I could say when I first started, I was excited because, I want to get the results. I want to get done with this. But as time progressed and I kind of realized where I was, who was in here with me, looking at me being the youngest person in here, hearing the older people, that their ailments, their responses to chemo, it started to wear on me, where it was like, this isn't just the walk in the park you thought it was going to be. And then starting to actually feel the effects of the medicines and the chemo. It didn't, like I said, it didn't hit me a jump, but about halfway to the end, it was, we gonna crawl to the finish line. Even if we, by all means, I'm gonna crawl. Might not be able to run, might not be able to walk, but I'm gonna still push through. I will say, for somebody who's going through something similar or anything like that, I'm gonna tell you, hands down, the first thing you gotta do is trust God. If you don't start with your mental, the rest is for sure gonna take its toll. Like, there was so many times where my body it was done. It didn't want to move. It didn't want to go. It just wanted to be where it was until the end came. But just waking up saying, you know what, I trust God. That gave me an action statement where it was like, look, you can't just say you trust God and then don't act on it. You really got to wake up every day and choose to trust God, choose to believe the story of Job, where he lost his health, he lost his family, he lost so many things, but he still never cursed God. He never chose death. And so that was my mentality. That is what I would say to anybody is, get your mental, find that place in God where you have peace, because everything else that's going to happen is going to happen. But if you got that trust, God gonna show you some things. And he showed me a lot through this experience. I will say, just to end off, that I'm thankful to my Fresh Start family, for my community, for the relationships that I created while I was here previous to my diagnosis, because I can genuinely say I leaned on my Fresh Start family. I look forward to coming to church to get a little bit of something to keep me going through the week. And I had so many people reaching out, so many people that was taking me to the side, giving me a good word, telling me this, telling me that, things I could try, or other experiences that they've heard that helped me. So I just want to say to my Fresh Start family, thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so happy I still get to be here with y'all and serve.